Grief changes shape, but it never ends. Keanu Reeves said that, and I actually heard it on, I can't remember what it was. In the last couple of days, I was listening to something, and it came up on something I was watching to. Again, I can't recall. But I ended up looking that up because I'm a huge fan of Keanu Reeves. Canadian, great guy. He's done so much for the world, and not just his entertainment, but just what he does for people and his kindness. But I went and read the article, part of it, some of the highlights of it, and it was an article that was way back in 2006. And basically, he said, grief changes shape, but it never ends. And that's after he had lost his wife. I believe it was his wife. But anyway, he said people have a misconception that you can deal with it and say, it's gone, I'm better. They're wrong. When people you love are gone, you're alone. So it doesn't mean that you don't have other people in your life, is how I interpret it. It means that that person that was so close to you and filled a gap somewhere in your mindset or in your heart is now gone. And now you feel like, you've heard that saying, you feel like you have a hole in your heart when somebody you love is gone and nothing can replace it. Well, having been somebody that's experienced so much heartache and sorrow over the loss of loved ones, it's true that space that you have in your heart is never able to be filled again, right? So as you progress from the loss of that person that you love, you heal, you get a little bit better, but it does not necessarily ever dissipate or get rid of. You'll get people that'll say, oh, just get over it, or, oh, what, you're still grieving? Unbelievable. Like, I've heard everything and anything, not necessarily directed at me, but directed in conversation right to other people, or people gossiping about it. I can't believe that person's still grieving over the loss of such and such. That happened like a year ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm here to tell you, based on experience of dealing with so many people in my life, especially in my industry, when you lose somebody, there's no timeline on how long that grief is going to be there. You'll learn to cope better. Every single year you may do things that you can pivot in your mindset to make it a little bit better. I know, thank goodness, I have friends within the association of, specifically, again, I talk to death about it, but in 365 Driven in the society. This week coming up is the anniversary of my granddaughter being gone. And, you know, I was going to avoid doing some things this coming up week because I didn't want to have to put that on myself. But the group helped me, specifically Tony helped me repivot my mindset to realize that I'm doing a disservice by slowing my life down on this week that's coming up. And things have been getting better. Yes, it's been 4 years and my heart still aches for her, especially this coming up week. It will bother me, but by continuing to push forward things that are in a positive light, it will make this week something that's not always so sad and negative, but there'll be a point where if I continue to build on positive things that happen within this week, my mindset will cope with it better. My life will cope with it better. The people that are surrounded with me when what I present during that week will be better, in my opinion, obviously, but other people are telling me this is the case, that it's important that we honor and continue to level up for those that we've lost in our lives, especially those that are so close to us. So grief can change shape because I'm going to do certain things that will help it change shape, but it'll never go away. I'll always miss my granddaughter. I'll always miss some of my friends, relatives. The list goes on. I will miss them depending on how close you are, obviously. I will miss these people the rest of my life, and the little holes that are in my heart from the loss of them, nothing can fill them. But I can certainly do things in my mindset and in my life and what I project and what I do to make it so that I honor the loss of them, and I continually change my mindset so that I become stronger. And again, grief will never go away. I'll still have those sad moments. I'll still have those times when it grips me, the loss of the people in my life. But bottom line, by continuing to interject and add more positive things and having things that link to the loss of them in a positive way will continually help me shape and change the grief that I'm feeling and make it that much easier to tolerate, cope, and feel differently about it. I hope this makes sense. Feel free to drop me a comment below, DM me, let's chat. Certainly I'm not the only person that's gone through grief or continuing to go through grief. What do you do to help you through your grief? I'd love to know. God bless you all. I look forward to talking tomorrow. Peace out. Stay safe and stay out of trouble. We'll talk to you soon.